Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Action-Packed Tales of Istoria, where heroes and villains are made. Thank you for tuning in to our show tonight. We'll be playing the normal games that we always do. Let's just, go ahead and the full table. We're kind of still getting a little situated, so we'll do that while we get the little announcements and things as per usual out of the way.
We call it fashionably on time.
Right. Once again, as for the usual what we've been doing here, I want to give a thank you to the people providing music for our game. Arkin Forge for the music that we'll be playing mid-combat, mid-stream. Hopefully comes through. I know that it's been a little quiet. I hopefully have that maybe worked out. If not, then you'll hear it sometimes. And then, of course, Zakara Valaha for the music in the pre-show and post-show for a little, opening and closing stuff. And then once again, thank you all for tuning in to our show, and we'll be going ahead and getting the little recap as we've usually been doing underway here. So, who wants to talk about what happened last game for an inspiration?
We don't talk about
only
Murdoch.
one person.
Did we lose ours? I don't know.
Yes. Although I think most of them were expended.
Yeah, it was an action-packed evening.
Maybe we should
I'm not giving you inspiration for that.
Maybe we should remove inspiration.
Yes.
For what it's worth, that wasn't planned when I started saying it.
But then you're like, well, I'm leaning into it.
I'm here.
We're here now.
We fought a warlock and some Azir and Azir.
Yeah, we actually played it on the stream last time. The pronunciation.
We did!
Yeah.
Technically Marisha.
We didn't fight a warlock. We fought a
Darrow.
Wizlockage.
Wizlockage.
I wrote it down. Why? I don't know.
Listen, it's the important thing that you notate.
Yeah, it's important to know exactly what all a person can do, and even if it's in a nebulous area of just magic.
It's magic.
He liked fire.
That's really what we did. We just fought them and took some we took a meeting. And yeah, I'll remove that inspiration because I had like an inspiration and something else.
You had a reroll, right? That was only good for that one particular session.
Sure. I think I like one, but
yeah. Rin saved 2 Goliath by being nice.
That was actually my idea, though. I didn't try to murder everything on site.
Character growth.
I tried fighting. Not that fighting. The fight.
Next character will legit be my next character will legit be a murder hobo.
That's kind of what
Okay.
I just travel. I don't care about money. I just murder.
We gathered that.
No.
It's not indiscriminate.
Just mostly.
No, just if you're not on my side.
Mostly.
For my next character will depend on what shoes you get. What do you got for me? Oh, that's a nice belt.
Is that magical? That's mine.
No, it's a family heirloom. Came
That's
from my
mine
dad.
now.
All right,
Oh, sorry.
My family.
This was the forges, so now we gotta do the fun shiny bits part.
Yeah, we
Menagerie.
gotta loot the area and find out what kind of goodies are here.
Yeah, because there was there's some tables with stuff on them.
What's in the box?
Fun fact:
Yeah.
there's nothing of importance apparently.
There's ores.
Roll an investigation check. Everybody gets natural ones. You don't find anything. There's stuff everywhere, but you're like, it's
You're not
probably
even
nothing.
sure if this is a room.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I?
You've been in a room before, but or what was it? Roll the meme is roll a perception check, natural 1. You think this is a room, but you've been wrong before.
You've been wrong before.
No, look, we're just way too preoccupied because we know they're fighting at the entrance, so we gotta hurry up and get to what's his name?
It's a forge-like room in a cave-like place.
It's red and hot, and you're just uncomfortable now.
Yeah. Well,
Is there any?
we'll go back to the battle map as that was actually in fact there was still a discussion being had in terms of what exactly this Gorgon's intentions were.
Bill's,
Oh, right, because he is currently
Got to figure out what to do with Bill the Blazing Buffalo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So volcano. Wait, no, that's not the right one. Volcano. No. There we go.
No.
I'm down to use him as
Volcano.
chaos.
He's my new friend.
That should harness his power.
Actually, we don't necessarily need the battle map for this. You guys can look at it and everything. Well, I mean, kind of useful as a visual representation for the viewers, but it's not going to be a probably. Well, I'll leave it out. There we go. We'll go out to the full screen ish.
It's decided.
There we go. Yeah.
Which
And,
shows gonna be playing at that show.
Get the music going. So, the Gorgon stands before you, not attacking, but still in a kind of defensive stance
Still gorgoning.
as it shoots out the flames as it snorts.
So who connected? Who connected with it? Was it?
I don't know. I mean,
No, who pinned him to the ground? It
I
was,
pinned him.
oh.
But then she talked to him. Talked at. Received emotional
I
feelings.
told him to sit,
Mhm.
and he sat.
Sits at.
Um,
There you go.
I mean,
I don't know how long it takes to train things, but
who is it showing more deference to?
I would say respected the show of strength in terms of wrestling it to the ground. But in communicating the intent that you were not being hostile to it any longer, it understood that even if it isn't able to communicate back. But it still stands in front of you. Now, I think you have released it from the hold.
I did.
Just kind of standing, kind of measuring out what you're trying to get it to do.
I just scratch his ear, and then
Just scratching metal.
yep, yeah, but and then I go look at the tables.
Okay.
So we're just gonna leave a raging bull.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's fine.
Hey, you want to come with us?
Game respects game.
Gives you kind of this one solid hoof stomp and kind of shakes his head a little bit.
Is that a no? Want to go home?
Technically, still mind linked with it. I get anything.
Okay. So you get so again, it can't communicate in language,
Mhm.
because while it is able to kind of understand it to some degree, it doesn't have conscious thought like
Sure.
like an intelligent creature would. It's more
Is it a construct?
no, it is a monstrosity. So it has beast-like intelligence, much the same
But
as kind of
speak
like
with animals wouldn't do anything.
correct, because it's not just an animal at this point, just beast-level intelligence.
Okay.
So, as you are mind linked with it, you kind of just get more emotional context than full-on words. But when you had asked it if it wanted to come with, you got the sense that it doesn't really, and it just kind of wants to either go about its own way or maybe just leave entirely.
That's no. It would like to go its own way.
What is this song you're singing? I ain't never
I
heard
don't
this.
know. It's stuck in my head. Go its own way. And Bridget is like singing while she's looking at the table.
I mean, we ain't keeping it here. I mean, we ain't opening it. If he wants to go, we can go.
Tell him if it wants to go with him.
Well, I mean, if you don't want to stay around, you're free.
So you kind of give this kind of nod of understanding. And you hear its metal hooves just clunk, 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 start walking outwards, starts going towards the tracks.
I'll just give it one last fleeting bye, buddy.
You hear it just and starts to take off, and you hear its kind of metal creaking wings as it just takes off into the darkness. You occasionally see this burst of light as you can see it just kind of shoot out some flame jets.
Just good day.
So, the tables.
Is there any
That
Moonstone
turned.
Guard?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, you can all roll an investigation check. Tell me which table you want to go to, or which kind of corner section area.
Can I use my maul to see if it reacts to anything?
You can, I'll give you that one without the investigation check.
Okay.
As you kind of like hold it out and do basically the divining rod that you've done once
Mhm.
before, doesn't actually have any reaction within the area.
Okay.
16.
So before tell you what, before all the rolls are stated, tell me which table you're going to first, and then the roll will be applied. So 16, we'll just take care of you first.
No.
I feel like we're doing that like drawing numbers on like a white elephant gift.
I want to be sure you guys aren't going to min-max your rolls to say like I rolled really well. I should go for that table. So that way you guys can we'll be fair.
I would
And
like
there's a lot to
to.
investigate too.
I would like to go to this table that I saw hurt.
Ah, okay.
Blunderfoot.
The one in the far corner.
Yes.
Okay, you got it.
The only one I can really touch easily.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
This one?
Are we doing corners or tables, or how's that working? So there's 4 of us. We can just do each of us gets a corner.
Okay.
Does that make sense or no?
There are plenty of tables to investigate.
We can always probably.
I'm going to the table in the middle.
Okay, the one with like in the kind of middle of the room.
Yeah.
I
Gotcha.
did not
Okay.
think about that.
Being a table.
That
Yeah.
one. Over there.
It has table-like appearances.
Yeah.
Careful though, it could be a mimic.
Yeah. Make a perception check. The table.
You were going
You've been
over
wrong before.
here.
That table's breathing.
Now, what are you doing?
Going here or going there or going there. That's chest.
So, which of the 2 tables did you go to, by the way?
The closest one to me, so the one against
Or
this
it's this
wall.
table with knives on it, I
Yeah.
can't.
Okay, got it.
I'll check
I'm getting
like
weirdly good at this.
this like area.
Right here.
Yeah, like along this wall over here.
Yeah, sure. So,
Oh, is that not, that's the table of swords.
yeah, so as you walk over that way, which as everyone walks over, you do see that there are clear areas. Illuminating the map, which actually does come in handy with the stream. So, boop, update. All right. So, as Vidir, as you walk over to the corner table, you see what looks like this kind of small kind of alcove where you feel again a noticeable amount of heat coming from kind of that just doorway even as you approach. You're not even in it, but you can feel it coming off of it. And you see what look like almost these like stone beds. They do not look comfortable at all, but then again, you're not the one sleeping on it. So maybe for something else, it could be. Seems
Maybe
a lot.
maybe rock is softer than metal.
So, back to the rolls. We had a 16. And which of the corner tables are you investigating in particular?
Sheep.
We'll say the northern wall, which is the one that you're at. North is
So
this
on
side.
the left one.
Yep. Or eastern.
I probably need to go more eastern because
Okay.
I think the one on the left looks like plants, doesn't it? Just walking up.
It does not.
Oh.
At a
Those are
glance,
fire crystals.
it doesn't.
Either way, yeah, I'll stick with my original answer.
Okay.
Final
Good answer.
I answered potato to what
Or
is the
is
best
it?
sugar.
I keep getting vibes that you're on a podcast because like you lean forward to think and then like you get closer to the mic, so you're just
Yeah.
I noticed that. Doing him like, so today.
So, on
Hey, Hourglass.
on those 2 tables,
NPR.
you find actually, in fact, the entire area. I'll make it brief. These tables are covered in crystals. They are varying in color. The ones in the corner more so are black, whereas the ones along the farther south table are all clear. You recognize them actually with the investigation check that you've got and the experience that you've had before as Storine, the ones in the bottom. You also recognize the ones that are on the more northern side, more towards the corner, as Shading Team. The same ones you've encountered before in the depths beneath Harrowfall.
Take it all. Take it all.
Shove it.
Can I go ahead and look at the crystals on the left then? Are they just ones I don't recognize, a different color?
In this case, I'll have you make an Arcana check. Arcana.
Arcana.
Yeah.
Pirate.
Fiend are undead?
No.
11.
Um,
You're like, wait.
you do recognize it. You can't quite remember the name, but it looks a lot like kind of that one charged crystal bomb that you once had.
Neat.
More stable, though. So that's good.
Way back in the before times.
All right, so am I still the one with the bag of holding, or does someone else have
You
that?
still have it.
Yes.
So how I'm not trying to like empty the whole table into it. How many can I reasonably
Why
take? 'Cause I
Um,
assume he'll tell me no.
what's that?
She goes, "Why not?" I said, "Because I
Oh.
assume you'll tell me no."
No, I mean you absolutely can. So of the crystals, which there are now all of them in D&D Beyond. I've entered all of them in as different items, so you can add them in appropriately. They're magical items. They don't really have a lot of detail, but they're in there for tracking purposes.
Are they in under crystal?
These are
Uh,
non-filled story.
Which
Just
ones?
regular story.
These ones?
and
Yes, those are just story.
Sweet.
Regular story.
And
Yeah.
then fire story.
Right.
Is it pyrene?
Pyrotine. Yeah.
Pyrex.
Yeah.
Are these the crystals or are these storing?
So storine are the crystals.
Well,
They're
no,
just-
I mean, how do you have them worded in here?
Oh, storine, yes. So if you look up storine, you should see that there's a bunch that are in there. And there's going to be different types too. So the ones you find six crystals, just storine crystal. 12 shards. And then you also find storine powder, which should also be listed in there too.
Yes. Okay.
How many? How much power?
There's not a specific amount. So it's more just you have
TBD.
storine powder. Yeah. And then for I believe I actually renamed it from Shaden Teen to I think
Shadeen.
Yeah.
Nadine's darker sister. Shadeen.
Yeah. I just didn't like it. The name just felt too long to me, so I was just like, just Shading.
I'm dying of my own
So,
stupid name.
Shade eye.
four shading crystals,
Ooh.
and then one powder.
So 4 crystals, 1 powder, no shard.
Correct.
I would like and powder, please.
And then
God damn it.
make sure I got the name right again. Should be pyrotine. Yep. 8 pyrotine crystals.
More pyrotine, please.
You have got to be kidding me.
Burn is so good.
15 shards. And another set of powder. Bowl of powder.
Just keep picking up a lot of and powder.
You know what? Next time I'm not putting any on the map. How about that?
This is how we show our love and appreciation.
Yeah.
What happens
Giving me
if you
shit.
snort it?
Oh no!
Don't like it.
Don't try that.
Honestly, though, you should have done one that was an opal and called it Ovaltine.
No.
Opaltine, sorry.
No,
Ovaltine.
not happening.
Wait, what's water? Is it aquatine? Does it cause hunger force?
It's not. I thought about that. Like I was like, aqua. Nope.
Agua tea.
Or hydro.
You want to get the monies, G.
Yeah. Like, we're not. I got in front of that one.
And yet we're still here.
True.
I was wondering what happens if you snort the crystal powder.
One way to find out.
All right.
Hey, you got the best constitution. You're probably the one
Yeah.
that should do it.
It's the best headache. It hurts so good.
I feel oddly powerful.
So
Should I spend my hit dice first?
I feel oddly powerful. What happened to Jorgir? He's just on the ground.
Yeah, he's just catatonic, just drooling, but he's like his eyes are just fluttering.
quick looks.
Yeah, quick looks.
Foaming.
Drugs are not funny. This is hilarious.
I got a quick look at the universe.
Quick look for you.
I can see everything.
He's
So-
just staring at a wall.
That's one. That's one roll. Let's go around the table clockwise. So,
7.
Oh,
17.
my face hurts now.
so at this table, you find a plethora of research notes.
Yes.
There are bits over different applications of storing, and then its energy infused variants in terms of how you can actually create armor and weaponry with it. In fact, even creating an alloy infused with crystals. And how it is quite absorbing and can even be potentially attuned to a specific damage type, as adaptable as it is. And among them, I don't have it on the map because I didn't have ability of placing one. You find another one of those firearms, but it doesn't look like any of the other pistols that you've just seen Darrow firing, or anyone else for that matter.
Special pistol.
So the pistols that like the Darrow and stuff have, are those essentially like flintlock style? Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why it takes a full round to like reload and everything.
Yeah.
Or not full round, action or bonus action reload. So yeah, one single shot, that's it.
Okay.
But the one that you find is actually a revolver.
Ooh.
Although it still looks different from the other pistols beyond just being a revolver. If that makes sense. Like, it's not just technologically more advanced, but also something else to it.
Big iron.
Cool.
Put it on your hip.
I put special
Mhm.
pistol parentheses revolver.
Oh, and 17? Cool. You also find 3 vials of this liquid. It looks kind of like a potion, but you don't recognize the contents. Doesn't look like a healing potion or anything you've encountered before.
What kind of ammunition for the revolver?
Well,
If you were at that table, maybe you would know.
I'm just curious.
Mm.
This is out of game knowledge.
Oh, is
well,
it?
Is this like a black powder revolver,
Yeah.
or is it one that uses like self-contained cartridges?
The gun guy wants to know.
I'm just curious.
yeah, I'm keeping this at the cuff.
Okay.
If we're being fair, I didn't have the same. I was like, if it's a revolver, where's?
Because like like how are you gonna get rounds for it if it's new?
Are there rounds under the table?
You
like
look
just
around,
boxes?
actually, you don't find any rounds.
Okay.
It's a little odd. Like
That's
the other ones
weird.
you've seen, the flintlock and everything. You've seen the gunpowder. You've seen the bullets and everything we put in, but this doesn't appear to have any.
Definitely don't try to shoot it for science.
Well, that's exactly what I was gonna do. So, can I point it to like the corner? Not trying to hit anything other than a wall.
Yeah, sure.
Ricochet's
I
a
have
thing.
no idea how this thing works,
Hmm.
so I just kind of pull the button.
Okay.
The trigger.
That is, that's accurate. Pull the button. That is, I feel like that's what you.
Is this a single action or double action?
This is single.
So you need to cock the hammer first.
I don't know that. I just pull the button.
You wouldn't know that.
I know.
It glows when your mall's near it.
I'm just looking at it and I'm like, this looks like it moves.
Yeah, just
Click.
doesn't make any noise.
I think it's broken.
It's more Ovaltine.
Useless. I put it in my pocket.
What a bunch of junk. I'm gonna keep it. But
Yeah.
Definitely a bunch of junk. We don't need to keep
I've
that.
seen enough junk to know that some people pay for junk. So
Any research notes there that describe it?
I don't know. He hasn't told me he's done yet.
well, you'd have to look through the research notes. It's gonna be more investigation
Oh, okay.
to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Yeah.
For that part.
I'll
So-
reroll when you come back to me.
That'll work.
Research 2.
So,
Gun Boogaloo.
All right. So did you want my roll before declaring an area, or did you want me to re-roll it after? declaring?
you can keep it. That's fine. Because you haven't declared the area yet. So, where are you going?
I'm like over there, like
Against
checking
the
that-
wall.
Yeah, kind of like checking those tables over there.
Okay,
the
so
ones
the other
he's
side.
at. Yeah, the ones that he's at right now.
Yeah, the weapon, like what looks like weapons on that
Oh,
one.
okay.
And then also maybe some of the ore table, or what looks like ore.
Okay, so as you
Alright.
walk by the weapons, you see these swords, and they look identical to the ones that had been found by the Savage tribe and have been recovered. In fact, I mean, they look not only just identical. I mean, you recognize these are the same style of blades that were infused with that like dark necrotic essence that nearly took out Andre.
Okay.
And as you walk past them, they don't have that same energy though. So maybe they were just forged, not enchanted yet, but
Okay.
they thankfully don't appear to have that same kind of
Curse.
applied to them.
Big curse energy.
Yeah.
But these are like long swords, right? They're not great swords.
Correct. They're all long swords.
Just stick them all. Just tape them together. You'll make
It's
a
an
great sword.
18-year curse.
Just tape them together and make a great sword.
Tape them end to end, make a staff.
You can only hold on the ends though.
Yeah.
Or tape them that way.
Tape them at the hilt.
Okay, that's fair.
The blades go out.
Dark mullet. Mine just went the goofy way where you tape the two sword ends together.
And what about like the ore that's over on this side?
So that part, I wanted a little more clarity on which table about ore that you were wanting to investigate, because there's two tables over here, only one of which actually has ore, and that's the one that Vadir is at.
Oh, because what is all that stuff then like on the side?
Oh, I'm sorry, in the top. Sorry, I thought you were pointing down further. When you said ore, for whatever reason, my brain heard crystals. So the ore, right? So you find huge amounts of raw gold, silver, and copper, and what looks like that same kind of black powder, but just raw. It's not like broken down or anything yet. It's still in rock form.
Like saltpeter, or well, not saltpeter like made, I think, isn't it?
I think you mine it.
It's like and it's like a black rock.
Yes.
Is it like crumbly? Like if I like pick it up and it was kind of like squeezed, it would like start to like break apart, like into like a powder.
Yeah, actually, it is. I forgot the proper term for it. But it's fragile enough to where you can just almost crush it in your hand.
Okay.
But yeah, you basically find a bunch of gold, silver, and copper nuggets. Not nuggets even, just like chunks. And then that other one, and then the final pile that you see there is basically just rock. It's been
Like
collected and
just plain rock. Yeah. What are they doing with rock?
you had to guess, probably granite.
But gold and silver, that's valuable.
Oh yeah, in enormous amounts.
Oh, hey, bring the bag of holding over here.
So much so that the bag of holding could not carry it.
We need another one. Where's another bag?
Take a decent chunk of
Can I search the whiz lockage? See if he has, maybe he has one.
Yeah, sure. Actually, you know what? We'll come back to that roll, since that'll be another roll.
Okay.
So that's what you got for right now. Vidir,
15.
15. Okay. So in the corner, you're looking at the southern table,
Yes.
right? Okay. You find small hammer, some other pieces of pyrotine. Kind of what looks like an everlasting lantern, if you're familiar with what that is, everlasting lamp. It's basically just a lamp with perpetual flame cast inside of it, so it just provides light. It's currently in a red hue for aesthetic. And you find a journal.
Opening the journal, can I read it? Minotaur and common.
No. Actually, so you don't know if it's a journal. In fact, sorry, I got my details a little mixed up. It's not a journal, but you just see a bunch of scribbled words that you can't understand.
Book with words.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah, you find more pyrotine powder. You find what looks like a pyrotine orb, like a full-on like crystal orb made out of it. And then another pyrotine crystal itself, just crystal, and then 5 shards.
9 crystals and 20 shards.
I bet. We're moving on to the other investigations.
Yeah.
I'll go to the other table after this.
Okay. So
We're doing a short rest while we're searching everything.
Yeah, short rest while you search. You're actively doing something.
I guess.
It's light activity though, so that's fine.
That's fine. We can short rest, read, investigate, look.
so-
looks.
Rainier, is there anything else you want to investigate? Let's do a bunch.
How to not sneeze and die.
Be
I
blessed.
can't help you with that.
I know. I mean, can I just start moving to the next table down the wall?
Sure. So
Yeah. Is that just like a cart that stops right there, or
yes,
okay? And then those are all the forges on the far wall, right?
correct.
Okay. I mean,
So
I'm gonna mostly focus on just walking to the next table, but can I take a glance in the cart as I walk by? It's just empty.
yeah, it's mostly empty of any sort of ore that may have been left in there.
Alright. Oh fuck me, that's a 9.
Okay. You see a bunch more of the firearms. It's actually about as much as you get. There wasn't really much to the table though, so.
Do they look like all the same ones as we've been seeing?
Yep, muskets and pistols.
Neat. I don't care about. Alright, so that's the first table.
And then I'll give you that you go down to the one after that, since this doesn't have much. The next one are all just blacksmithing supplies.
Okay.
Hammers, tongs, that kind of stuff.
None of them stand out?
Nope.
Okay. Neat. So it doesn't matter that I rolled like poo?
In this case, no. So it's a good time to roll like foo when you're doing an investigation check.
Alright. And then I would probably start. So, the Azirs, did they disappear when they died, or are they like bodies, or what are they?
So their bodies are. They basically have these like metal shells that are more or less like skin, but like if you popped a person and all the blood came out, it's basically how it would work.
Okay.
I know, horrible way to describe that.
You
Um,
know, but you did it.
Yep.
You powered through.
Yeah. So like you still
like-
see that like basically the armor that was containing their fiery essence left. It is effectively ruined at this point, but it
Oh,
is there.
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, is there anything to do with this armor? It's a shot. All right.
Yeah.
So it was just them. It was a couple of Daros.
Imagine the T-1000 when he got that grenade shoved into his chest and then blew up and then like retched outward. That's what they look like
Cute.
in T2.
Nice.
Terminator 2.
The
Yeah.
liquid,
Oh.
the liquid Terminator.
Never seen
Oh,
any of them.
Right.
All right,
I
we're gonna have to
don't like
we're gonna have to
80s
stop the
movies.
stream so we can all just watch T2 now.
Yeah, everyone break for T2. And
Just, you know,
then come back.
I should have gone with it. Like, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I get it. I mean, I know what you mean.
And hit Chris Lamer up at.
Sucks for you, not on Twitter.
Yes, you are.
Well, I don't check Twitter.
There you go.
I will set his phone up with notifications just for you.
Twitter's dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's dying a hilarious death.
Look,
It is.
for $8, I can be anybody I want for a few hours.
$8 ain't worth it.
Yeah, true. So,
It is if you have something funny to say.
you know what? Go ahead and I'll give you another investigation check as you go over the Azers, since there really wasn't too much to investigate in these other two tables.
Whoa, sir.
It's 11.
11. You do find that one of the hammers that the Azers were wielding, the war hammers, is still actually intact. The other ones were pretty much beaten up in the battle and everything, but one of them still actually looks pretty good.
Picking it up, is it just a warhammer, or is there anything special to it?
You don't know yet.
No, I didn't
I mean,
know.
it's made with this incredible craftsmanship. well better than any of the blacksmith hammers that you saw over there.
All right. Is it a one-hander or two-hander?
Both.
Oh, that's right, because he was wearing a shield.
Yeah.
I mean, I can just put it on my belt for now.
Cool.
And then take a look at it later.
All right. Moving down the line.
Oh,
So-
hey, this thing doesn't seem to work. I don't know if you're interested in this. I'll give it to Rainier.
Mhm.
It didn't work for me. It's broken.
What's it?
Okay, I'll play with this.
I mean-
do I have enough time to do something now, or do I have to mess with it later?
If you
We'll get back to it.
it's is it a martial weapon?
It actually, yes. I feel almost like an exotic weapon would be better, but
Okay.
if you are capable of wielding martial, then yes.
I mean, I got martial and simple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You probably didn't. I mean, it still is beyond anything you've worked with before, so it would require some experimentation to figure out how it works. So, back to the roll.
Sure.
Sure.
19.
19. Okay. So you do find that there are some details regarding actually how the thing works.
Oh, good.
Not a lot. It basically does say that it's able to absorb energy and then emit it in an enhanced blast. But in terms of exactly how to do that, you probably have to experiment with it to get it to, to figure out how to unlock that ability. You do see that there is a note that this has special ammunition that it requires, and that the Azers are working on making more of it. But there are a few notes in terms of how to make it. Require a very talented blacksmith from some of the details you can glean out of it. Or weaponsmith, technically, but,
what skill or attribute would be associated with blacksmithing or weaponsmithing?
Blacksmithing. That's a question for somebody who knows a lot more about the game than me.
Tool proficiency, smith's tools.
Okay.
All right.
I would also give tinker's tools, because it is kind of different, too.
Anything else of note in these papiers?
You do get some notes regarding a potion that was being worked on, and that it's being experimented with. You kind of get an idea that these flasks are what it's referencing. Something to basically help someone sleep.
Oh.
It's kind of convoluted, and unfortunately the notes are all over the place and scattered. But you get that these potions will probably put somebody to sleep, but in a more helpful manner than harmful.
Then what? Harmful. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We need to make the tastiest drink ever and offer it to Itosh.
Wait, you just said helpful. We don't want to help that
Put him to sleep
Yeah, but we want to
and
help.
keep him asleep, and then we take him to the other one.
If you want, I'll let you make an Arcana check to try and glean exactly what the intent is.
I'll give it a go. Nine? Yeah.
Okay. You get the idea that the potion is meant to be taken by someone willing
Rude.
to make the drink, for the effect. However, the effect is that over the course of a short rest, you could take a long rest.
Oh.
Hey, that's what we need.
How fortuitous.
Oh, that's annoying.
I mean, or it doesn't work that way at all.
The storing crystal is for each one. It's a different item.
Oh, you can't stack. Okay, I'll see. I don't know if I can change that or not. I'll see if I can.
Well, I've got them in my party
Yeah.
list, so you don't want to keep them all on your individual person. I have a running list.
I was just trying to see if I could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
And then
Oh, man. Hey, guys! Cuts to next investigating person.
Run them pockets.
Yeah,
That's you.
I'm gonna loot the Wizlockage.
Okay, cool. So, investigation check as you search the body of Harm Cinderfoot.
All right, come on.
Hurt Blunderfoot.
Come on.
AKA Bull Bitch.
Hey,
Liz Lockage.
I have a +0 to investigation, so I got a 19.
Hey, all right. All right. So, on harm, on harm, you find he was wearing actually what looks like a bit of armor beneath his robes. Very light and quite firm though too. As best as you can tell, this is likely elven chain. As I think you guys actually may have found a piece of that before. Yeah. In addition to that, there is this kind of like small. It's kind of like a. Let's describe it. It looks like a piece of almost jewelry, like hand jewelry, but there's a pyrotene crystal on his palm, which, as you kind of go back, you remember that as he tried to punch people, he was punching them with fire. So there's that too.
I take those.
Okay.
Also, I'm like, ooh,
Those will
give me that chain.
definitely fit.
And then you also find a gold pouch
That's money.
of money. You also find a pouch of gold and platinum pieces,
Ooh.
coming in a total of 97 platinum
Ooh.
and 32 gold.
97 platinum and 32 gold. Okay. It's pretty good. Those things that he was wearing on his hands,
This thing was on repeat. Dang it.
is that gonna need to require attunement? Or can I just start throwing hands?
You don't know yet. You'll have to identify it.
Okay. So Elven Chain, I don't know what to call the hand pieces.
Gloves of bad touch.
Gloves of
There you
burning
go.
touch.
Burning bad touch.
Burning finger.
Mm.
This hand of my glows with an awesome power. And then the gold.
Mhm.
And anything else?
No.
Okay. What about his robe? Is that worth anything?
They look like they're arcane robes in
Or
the sense that
shoes.
they're like stylized and everything, but no. And nothing particular with his shoes either.
What about a sock?
You know this much, they will not fit your feet.
Okay.
What about that
Or
sock?
hooves.
Alright. So yeah, I'll take the elven chain, the money, and the hand things off of him.
Okay.
That's all the valuables from him.
Hmm.
I'm gonna hold on to the hand things for sure.
Okay.
Because wants to. Not, who wouldn't want to throw hands?
Some hot hands.
Yeah, hot hands. And I guess I'll. I guess we can split up the money.
Or we just putting? Don't we have like a group?
Or
coffer?
I guess we could put it in the group coffers.
The slush fund.
Yeah.
You're welcome now.
And then anybody want elven chain?
Um,
Well, what exactly does elven chain do?
So it works like a chain shirt, but you do not require proficiency with it to wear it.
Oh, okay. Does it also?
I think it's a +1, if I remember
Okay.
correctly.
It also, when I hear elven stuff, it also makes me think that it would probably not give like disadvantage on like stealth rolls and stuff.
I think it still does that
Does it?
much. Because, yeah, it still does have that chain sound to it and everything. But it does not require proficiency with medium armor to wear it.
Okay.
But it's an appealing jingle. It's like
Yeah.
tinkle, tinkle, versus clank, 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 clank.
Yes.
So it's loud but pretty.
I do not want it. I lose 2 AC.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I had no idea. So
I don't know what the
One.
AC is for a chain shirt. Off the top of my head.
14.
14. So this one would be 15 if it's a +1.
Okay, so I'd lose 1.
And it's medium armor too, right? So up
Correct.
to +2 from your dex.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
Does Ren want it?
I believe it's Elven Chain. I believe it's +1.
Yeah,
He- he
Elven
pro-
Chains +1.
Yeah, okay.
Vadir probably doesn't because he's got his fancy breastplate.
Got my cool.
You don't have to be proficient in it.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You got that going for you, which is pretty nice.
I'll look at it.
I want to pull off, boy.
It's blue. 21.
21. So, when you go over to the other table, you find odd, pardon me, odd items in this kind of small ritual circle, this like kind of stone slab ritual circle on the table. Among the odd items, you see what look like some like cracked eggshells, like they're scaled. You see some tiny bones, even some red scales too. You find what looks like this almost like knot of wood, which you haven't seen before. But it seems just kind of out of place here. Fairly large tusk. And then on the far end, you see a pointy brimmed, or pointy wide brimmed hat that is black. And this kind of black book that has this orange, almost eye-like gem on the top of it. And it has these metal clasps on the sides and around it. Or, sorry, one metal clasp, and then what do we call it? It's because it's not a clasp at that point. It's just like corner pieces.
Okay.
Adornment.
Adornments on the corners. Does it feel nasty?
Define that.
Does it make me feel weird whenever I like get close to it? Or like put my hand towards it? Does it feel nasty?
Yeah.
It's a sweet wizard's hat, dude.
Make Well, let me ask this: what exactly do you do when you try to look at it? Give me a little more detail.
Having been able to do this once before, I try to reach into me and try to feel if I can detect whether it would have good or malevolent effects to it. Knowing that I totally can't cast it, but I've casted Detect Good and Evil before.
Right. Okay.
But like try to replicate that in my head.
Okay. As you try to call on this power, don't feel any sort of feeling from it, really.
Pick it up.
Okay.
And not put it in the bag.
It's a book.
Okay.
It's a tasty book.
Is it made out of leather? Or is it bound in leather? I mean,
Blackened, yes, but dyed. It's dyed black, but yes, it is bound in leather.
oh, what kind of leather?
Yes. It is leather.
Does it have a face in it?
I'm not taking that long look at it.
I don't think this elven chain did anything for me. Go up anyway.
Oh.
So I don't think it does what it does. I don't know what would. I would have that would be counteracting it, but
I also put the hat in my bag.
We can take a look.
You put the hat in your bag?
yeah.
So we can
Okay.
look. Has anyone searched the dwarven dudes? Or is that what he's doing right now?
The Darrow?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, there.
the Darrow? No.
Sorry, if you're. Can I go
You
ahead and
can.
start searching through them, or were you telling me about something?
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. I'm a rifle through the dead arrows.
Okay.
Jesus. 12.
You find the pistols. Two of them are in working order. The other ones have just been damaged from the fight and everything, and are not usable. You also don't really find any sort of valuable items on them beyond that.
Okay.
And also used up all of their ammunition, so it's just the two pistols that are still working.
They were minions.
Yeah. You do find also those hooked spears that they had too. There's a handful of them, but they're non-magical and they're very shoddily made.
think these pistols were worth taking? Think anyone's gonna want them as like novelties or?
Probably make a good buck on it. Are they decently made? I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
firearms are not
Yeah.
all that common.
Yeah. I'll throw them in my backpack. Why not? 2 pistols.
We want to take the ones that were on the table.
How are we gonna start being able to like carry everything, or are we gonna start getting to be too much?
you've got, I think, a pretty fair amount that's in your bag of holding now, since you've been kind of going through everything. So, I would say it depends on how much you want to try and fit in, because at some point the bag could break.
Well, also, I mean, like pistols can I still in my backpack, or I don't know how that starts working with like.
Yeah, you could probably put a few of them in there without getting too unwieldy.
I'll probably take some of the fresh ones on the table instead
Okay.
of the used ones.
Sure.
Do you want to give me a number?
Let's say 3.
That's
Reasonable.
what I had in my mind.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to. I
Go
know my
too
greedy
far.
ass will.
I can like.
I want
grab-
7.
I can grab like a couple of the muskets, like the long ones.
Sure.
And just
I'll
like
strap 'em.
sling them across my back.
Yeah.
Are these just pistol in here?
Yep.
What do the what are the stats on the muskets, by the way?
In terms of their, like, the functionality,
Yeah, like
I'm not sure offhand. I mean, it's in D&D Beyond. They are in there.
1d12.
ooh, for the long muskets.
I just I looked
Yep,
up
musket. Yeah. The range isn't as much as you'd think.
I mean, it's a musket.
Yeah, 40 and 120.
4120. That's not bad.
yeah.
I mean, compared to, I mean,
And you have to have
Hand
proficiency
axes.
with a firearm, otherwise.
True.
oh,
Forgot about that part.
40
Unless you
and
acquire firearm
120.
proficiency.
Mm-hmm.
But you could acquire that if, yeah, so it's 40 and 120, so it's really not all that far.
I mean, it's a little bit further than the javelins
okay.
because that's 30 120.
Oh yeah, so yeah, a little bit more. And more damage though too.
Yeah. So I mean, I
But
would
yeah,
take
it
one.
would require you practicing with them to be able to become proficient.
Okay. Something to like close the range, like close the distance or something.
Yeah.
Sweet. So yeah, I'll take one for myself and then send a couple.
Oh, I do get the plus for dex.
Yeah, ranged weapon attack.
Um,
So I guess you could technically still use them now. You just don't get your proficiency bonus.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I didn't say I did. I was just more curious what it would do.
Yeah, no, just mentioning it.
Yeah. I'll practice before I actually use one in battle. But I will add to the inventories.
I think that's pretty much everything in the area that you guys could find.
I already had a pistol, so I have 4 now.
Yeah, we took a couple off of the. We tried to take a couple off. Like one fell apart in our hands when we went in the desert.
I think I know why it's not working.
Your barrier tattoo?
Yeah.
I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know what would stop that.
Nope. I just did the math. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that's why. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, because the AC of the.
How many of the
Hmm.
how many of those muskets would you think I could feasibly sling on my back?
We have a special one.
Well, I think there's
Special.
there's 4 total there right
No,
now.
the revolver.
I'd say reasonably 2.
2. Okay.
I think.
One for
I wanna
myself.
I want to see you akimbo these muskets.
Yeah.
You could fit
The
2 of
reloading
them.
not gonna work. Just pow pow. All right.
I think the ones that we aren't taking, we should throw in the melter.
I mean, we're gonna win this fight. We could always give them to the Savage Tribe.
What if someone comes back comes in behind?
Who's gonna come in behind us?
We've made sure that that's not going to happen.
Do you think? Do you expect the Goliaths to go back on their word and come back to attack us from behind?
Surely Goliath would not be untrustworthy.
I mean, if we wanted to, we could probably just collapse this tunnel behind us, and then no one can come back here.
Yeah, but then how would we get out?
We'll
See,
find our way out from the front to the front.
Can I go ahead and walk up to the forges and just see if there's anything interesting?
We came in through
there?
a secret
Sure.
entrance.
Do you need me to roll
Through
or?
the-
No, I'll
Right,
tell you
but I
freely.
think-
They
I
had
think
things that they were
we're just
working on, but
going
nothing
into, like,
finished.
It's
and it looked like it was
Fortunate
just more
situation
armaments.
for
So,
Jinx
Okay.
with that.
And there was no
Jinx
like
is
armor in this room at all, other than just the one guy was wearing. It's all weapons.
yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
The Darrow were wearing leather scraps basically, and the Azers themselves were almost made of armor, so
Yeah.
they didn't really have much use for it.
I vote we kind of. Were we taking a short rest while doing that, or do we take one after?
So you could take one while you were doing that, but there's also the matter that Ren had mentioned,
What's that?
or was going to mention, and then we kept on rolling.
Yep, I said, "Hey guys," and then we cut to other investigation.
Right.
I have 3 of these, and
What is the?
they're
Sorry.
flasks,
Oh.
vials of potion. I'm like reasonably certain that
Inside check.
I'm like reasonably certain that these will essentially be like you got a full night's sleep, but only if you take a short nap.
So. I mean,
I have 3.
go for it. I don't.
We'll try it.
Okay.
You just down it.
Yeah, why not?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution save.
He passes.
Are you willing?
Yeah, why not? He's just like, ooh, I got like a long night's sleep. Sounds delicious.
I'm reasonably certain.
I mean, I was gonna say. I was like, I
I
mean,
didn't identify them.
I just survive off cat naps.
22.
Okay, so you feel immediately tired, but you're not so wiped out that you fall asleep instantly, but you're like, I'm ready for bed. And you know that if you lay down, you're out.
This is my corner over here.
He pulls up on one of his stone beds. He's like, "Yeah, these are actually pretty comfy."
So, when actually you walk over there, you find that there is actually a lava pit in the room, producing just a huge amount of heat.
Oh no, that's too hot.
Gotta Goldilocks it.
We having steak tonight.
Which, there, let me
Minotaur.
I'll go ahead and reveal that since you walk in there.
I'll just crawl under one of the tables.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, so you just crawl under one of the tables, and as soon as you lay down and you close your eyes, you're out.
Good. Okay.
And then you gain the benefits of a long rest. Sweet.
Do you want to try it?
No. Do you?
Kinda. Get all my spells back.
Yeah, do it.
Alright, but like seriously, wake me up if this goes too long. Like I need.
I'll try.
Okay.
I'm reasonably certain I'll be able to wake you up.
Alright, I will leave this one for you or Rainier to do with as you will. And I cast Identify on it.
You cast Identify? Okay. So, I don't think I have a listing for it. Let me double check. Yeah, so, you find that this is a potion of rest.
Uh-huh.
The potion lasts until the next time you take a short rest. If you sleep for the duration of the short rest, after the short rest, you gain the benefits of a long rest.
Woohoo!
But as it is unstable, because this is something being experimented on, it does have the chance to knock you out instantly. The finished product is a potion of rest. These are potion of rest? Question mark?
Potion of rest in the parentheses, question mark.
Yeah.
We're not sure.
Which I will not tell you the DC because you don't know yet. You know it didn't knock out Dorgirin instantly,
Yeah.
which is good.
Yeah.
But Dorgirin's also a healthy man.
He's large and in charge of his sleep.
Okay, so
I mean, I was
there's
missing like a lot of health, And I didn't want to spend all my hit dice to get it back.
Yeah, that's right.
There's some risk to this, but I could get all.
I'm reasonably certain you should be fine.
My friend's got confidence.
I don't know if that's the word I would
don't have
use.
confidence.
So, let me ask this.
Yeah.
How do you take the potion?
I like sniff, sip, sip. Like I'm like easing into it,
Okay.
like a hot tea.
Yeah. You don't feel any effects when you just take the few sips that you take at first.
Okay.
You keep going.
Yeah.
You keep going, keep
Yeah.
going. It's
Yeah.
not empty yet. You just keep going, and you're not feeling anything.
I think this one was water.
We gotta want it.
Do you finish the potion?
Yeah.
Okay. The moment you finish it,
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw.
I'm like, I think this is just.
You can choose to fail.
Okay. Save.
Yep.
What do I have now? Okay. 19.
Oh, okay.
How did that happen? How did I get a +6 Constitution saving throw?
Wow. Yeah. Nice. So you immediately after finishing it feel the effects of like basically it's kind of the effect of like, well, oh god, what was the thing from 40 version? Taking 3 NyQuil, and then there's
Yep.
other stuff that happens. But
Yep.
you take 3 NyQuil and you basically like you feel that I'm gonna fall asleep real quick. So you have like a second or two to kind of like lay down and then.
I think it's a dud. Just gonna. I'm gonna sit down and see if it.
And then
So at this point, am I the only one awake?
No,
Okay.
you
There's
have one
one
potion
more
between the
left.
two of you.
I just need cat naps. I don't really need a big long rest.
Just save it.
that's fine. I don't need either. So
Oh, I definitely used all but one of my hit dice on that short rest.
Ah, okay.
Maybe next time I'll use it. Oh yeah, because you're not like a thing right now.
I haven't used anything because I can't use anything.
You still deciding on your class situation?
No, I chose.
Literally everything from your short rest.
Oh wow.
I have not
That's cool.
one thing that's long this
Nice. Good.
other than hit dice.
So, as you two are still in the forges, friends completely passed out, snoring quite loudly, both of them. You have the rest of your short rest to do what you will.
I'll keep an eye and an ear over on that entrance for anything coming in. If you want to keep an eye on this one.
So that's like a bedroom back there, and then this is the next pathway out, right? So this is
yes,
the pathway out. That's like a bedroom back there.
Correct.
Okay.
So from that hallway that you can view downward, well, one thing, you notice there's a door between the two tables that you were at. You may not have noticed it on the map, but your character noticed.
Did not. Yes, character.
And as you're both kind of in that area, you notice down the hallway there is one like kind of alcove that goes northward. You can't see anything beyond it, but there's another pathway.
Neat.
There's also a set of very heavy doors at the end of the hallway, stone ones that are currently shut.
Can I open this door in here?
I think you both were wanting to. Is that-
Yeah, I'll check it out real quick too. It's probably the prudent thing to do before trying to rest.
I mean, yeah.
So as you're
I'm
both
gonna-
standing there,
We're
and you're
I'm
both
gonna
like,
stealth next to
crap.
the door while he does it.
as you both look, you're like, right, the door. Damn it.
I mean, we didn't know what the potion was going to do. I was just testing it.
So,
Is it? I'll try to open it first.
okay. You turn the handle. It's locked.
I will try to pick the lock.
Well, here, do you
I'll-
want to just look and see if there's a key on Head Darrow?
You do that. I'll try.
I look for a key on the dwarf.
Go for it.
How do you roll thieves' duels?
18.
You
Sorry.
don't find a key.
Oh.
Thieves' tools.
I'm proficient in them.
Oh, so you'll roll your d20. You can use either Dex or Intelligence based off of which one you prefer.
That's Dex.
Yep.
That's
And then add your proficiency bonus.
Sounds like your intelligence modifier says you would have tried using intelligence.
Hit my head against the doorknob and it's just not opening.
Why won't you turn?
Oh my god, I need to play a barbarian that does like unarmed attacks, and that's his intelligence checks. Just hitting it with my brain. What?
What?
That's a dirty 20.
Okay. So as you go to look, and you pat down the small-bodied dwarf fairly well. In fact,
Did I find anything that was missed?
that's the odd part. I mean, you don't, but you also don't find a key,
No.
which either he has it very well hidden,
He keistered it.
Prison pocket. It's got it in his prison pocket.
or it's not on. So
He keistered it.
as you go to pick the lock, it's a little difficult, but you're actually able to pick it.
He's like, pat, pat, pat.
It's actually a retina scan. You gotta cut his eye out.
He gammed it.
That was a good.
Yeah. So you pick the lock.
Your whole table is just...
The rest of the game
Yeah.
is just.
Yeah.
Balls.
Alright, so you pick the lock. Are we opening it?
I'm gonna say it's a Shrek.
Does it open towards us or away from us?
It opens away.
Up and away.
Do we open it slowly or we just kick it open?
I accidentally hid the map on my end of things, so I have to update it. One moment while I do that. Keep talking. Discuss amongst yourselves.
Poor face.
What was the first option?
We
Quietly
open
and
it
then storm?
quietly or storm. Which one?
Yeah.
Do you want to like kick it open or slowly open it?
Slowly.
Okay.
But surely, we will open this door.
I'm not surely, but yeah.
There we go. So, as you
I never lie. Don't call me Shirley.
very slowly, quietly open the door up, you find what looks like a small bedroom.
Oh.
There is a small bed, chest, pretty sizable bookcase, and a small desk.
Neat.
Neat.
I'm assuming this is. Am I right in inferring this is the dwarves' room?
One could infer that this is the Warlockage's room.
Warlockages.
Wizlockage's room.
Wizlockage's room.
Okay.
Wizlockage's packages.
I'm gonna go up to the chest. Can I look for booby traps?
Sure.
Investigation.
Yep.
15.
15. You don't find any.
Okay. I'm gonna open it.
Okay.
Do I need to roll again?
No. As you open it up, you find what look like these kind of like manacles.
Is he into some kinky shit?
No, maybe you don't know. He's dead. You can't ask him. You find
He's dead. You don't know.
you find some manacles.
Murdered that man.
They appear to be mundane, but just at a glance. You also find this kind of small, basically like a smaller chest, not full on like Russian doll effect, but just a smaller one that looks like it's more a wooden chest versus one that is more of like kept for keeping items inside of it. So it's like borderline trunk and then small like little like one of the kind of dice boxes.
Like a jewelry
you've got.
box.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So
Struggling
just
for the word.
just the creepy stuff and this jewelry box. That's
Hey.
about it.
You find some linens and stuff in there too.
Okay. Can I open the little box?
Sure, yeah. You do, and you find what look like this kind of, it's a bluish purplish crystal. It's unusual, but it is polished and fine. It's kind of oblong shaped.
Into the bag of holding.
Okay.
You're gonna prison pocket that?
Yeah.
I would like to just check the desk over.
Okay.
It's a 12.
Add that
Well.
to the thing so I totally
So,
don't forget about it.
You find 4 more of the pyrotine shards, more of the powder. You find a secondary pouch of gold coins. as you, kind of rifle through them. 63 total. And then you find another book.
Book with
More
words.
Give me books with words.
This one has more weathered pages.
Weathered.
Yeah, at least at the kind of like towards the beginning. Then takes on more fresh pages after a certain point. Again, though, words you cannot recognize.
I'm sorry, Tony. What color was that crystal? You said like a
Bluish.
Bluish
Bluish?
purple. Yeah, kind of blue and purple.
Like my hair.
Actually, yeah.
Sweet. That's mine. That's for me.
I purposely wrote nicer.
Yay. How much gold did you pay? in the book?
63 and a book of words. But I'm not good at those.
So that was on the bookshelf, you said?
What languages
Desk.
do you read? Whatever. Oh.
Bissell, Common, Corey, Sylvan.
Can't read it either.
So you found 32 gold and then found 63 gold. No one else thinks that's funny? Okay.
I didn't find 32 gold. This is the first gold that I found. That was him.
I found 97 platinum and 32 gold.
Thank you for filling in that gap of my memory.
Okay, what?
I didn't write it down fast enough, so I just had the platinum, not the gold.
So you searched the desk and the bookshelf? Or
Just the disc.
I guess while he's doing that, I'll just go any of the books standing out of the bookshelf.
Yeah, you kind of quickly look through them. You see they're mostly like historical books, and you see kind of a couple of them stick out as fiction, but they're nothing that really kind of raise any red flags or anything.
Is there the Tusk Club of Tony's World in there?
You're asleep,
I don't know.
dreaming of Tuscaloosa.
I'm dreaming of the Tusk Club of Tony's World.
I haven't made one, largely because I don't feel I should, but part of me does want to still. We'll see. It's Critical Role stuff.
Oh.
It's
the
smut.
romance novel.
Yeah, it is smut. Yeah.
Romance novel.
Smut.
Romance.
It may be called a romance novel, but we all know what you're there for.
It's true.
It's what's after the romance.
Why not? Why do you do both?
I'm just gonna. You said there's a bed. I'm just gonna look under the bed.
It's a little dusty, kind of gross.
You never know, man. People find weird shit.
Don't forget the mattress.
I was literally about to say left at the mattress.
It's like a really old box. of
Really shoddy bed.
cookies under there.
Really shoddy mattress.
Oh. All right. Well, I think that's everything in here.
All right. Which door do you want to watch?
I thought I'm gonna go to the hallway.
Okay.
Hang out.
All right. I'll go to the big door. The Cave Muth.
Okay. So, perception checks for both.
15.
3.
You keep an eye and an ear out.
Quick
And
looks.
you actually hear what sounds like the occasional drop of water, which catches you off guard, as you haven't actually heard much of that here at all.
Can I chase it down?
Yeah, sure. So as you walk forward, and
Well, I guess. Well, wait. Before I say I'm chasing it down.
no, you chase it down. So you walk forward and turn your head to the right, and you find what looks like a small cave. Well, actually not small. It's a fairly sizable cave that heads northward.
That's
Map.
oh, neat.
You see these kind of just rough tents and a whole heaping heap of bones. Bone pile within the corner of the room. And here, let's go ahead and yeah, there we go.
The last time we came across a bone pile. Just saying.
You find, it does appear to be some sort of stalactite and stalagmites in the back corner where the dropping sound was coming from.
So I am going to stealth because I don't know what's in those. I would assume anything in the tent. Well,
3.
I would assume anything in the tents would
3.
probably come during the commotion, but I'm still gonna kind of move as stealthier.
As you very quietly go ahead and roll stealth. So I was like, I should probably have you roll first.
19.
19, yeah. As you very quietly move through the kind of the small little cave area, you find that there are these just like rough, kind of mostly made of hay, very little linen to them to kind of provide any sort of softness to it. Bedding applied under each tent, and you see just like bits of either some sort of bone and just fungus, maybe some like discarded mushrooms, just stacked within them. Kind of just discarded basically, and these look like, as best as you can tell, where the Darrow likely made their home. Rough as it may be, it does appear to be probably where they called their home.
Neat. All right. Nothing really of interest.
No,
Okay. Do I recognize any of the, I don't know, maybe skulls or bones of the pile, or is it just a pile of bones?
it's a pile of bones. You don't make a medicine check.
Doubt. 8.
8. Bunch of bones.
That sounds about right.
You don't find any skulls though, so that's nice.
So they're
Well,
just,
sorry, no human skulls.
that's good. All right. I mean, I'll just, I guess, go back to where I came from.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye out.
Yeah.
You occasionally do hear this like screeching sound coming from the opposite side of the stone doors as you're like near the you're kind of near them walking about quietly, of course. It sounds almost like an avian kind of sound to it.
Do we know of any bird-like things that are supposed to be down here? I didn't know.
Not right now. But you head back and just kind of keep an eye and ear out. Vidir?
Well, the reason I rolled so shit on my perception is that I'm in my head. Trying to talk to Sun Daddy.
Do you call him
Okay.
Sun Daddy?
No.
I was gonna ask, but I'm like,
Look, I got from Tony.
no, I agreed. I was like, I wondered, but
Babe's got Moon Mommy.
I got Moon Mommy.
Moon Mommy.
That's a new flavor of cooking.
What?
it unfortunately makes too much sense. So, please continue.
Papa, can you hear me? She sent me that one.
I did.
Okay.
I terrible with words right now, but balls.
Good opener. Good.
Yeah. Strong.
balls.
Indeed, my child.
Balls indeed. I'll try to focus on the breastplate again.
Yeah.
And wording as best that I can. I don't know if you can still hear me. I know you heard me the other time. At least I think you did. But I could really use some help. I mean, I know I can do some things on my own, but in all honesty, I think we could really use a hand. It's a lot bigger of a challenge than we thought about originally. And I feel like if anything might be a good cause to try to ally to, it might be this. Because this guy's fucked. And that's where I'll end it for that part.
Make an insight check.
Dear diary. You're doing great.
So bad at this stuff. 12.
Once again, you feel like there was maybe something listening, possibly from your connection to the breastplate, the hope. But as you try and like feel any sense of that kind of similar feeling that you once had before, there's nothing there.
Well, if that's the case, then not paying that much of attention. Now maybe I can make you pay attention. Trying to like convey conviction that I don't necessarily feel in myself at the moment, but yeah, those words.
So you kind of pause there, and this is all in your head, right?
Screaming it.
Yeah.
Into the cat.
Yeah.
The endless void that is my head.
You almost see that the. Swear for just a moment as you think that last thought. You didn't cast light, but you swear you saw the breastplate gleam a bit.
All right. I guess forceful's the way to do it then. And we'll have to go that way. And then I keep looking out the door.
As you kind of look out, you're like, "Oh right, I should be looking out here."
Shit, right, there's... it's dark still.
And as you look out, though, you're like, you miss your dark vision quite a lot. The extended variety that you had before, because
It was real nice.
yeah, you're not seeing much. You're hearing just sounds, but they're ever present. That kind of dull roar hum of just this giant chasm before you, and then occasionally rocks falling or some chittering sound, bats maybe. But you don't see anything.
Okay. Makes sense.
So, after you keep on watching and listening, keeping guard, you hear two very healthy yawns from behind both of you. After you realize now about an hour's passed.
So much quieter without that snoring.
Huh?
And you both wake up fully rested. So if you haven't had a long rest already, go ahead and do it.
Long rest.
Oh, by the way, the ammo for those muskets. What was it? What kind of ammo is it?
They're like the kind of like ball bearing.
Yeah, like what would it be? Like,
Yeah.
I was looking for ammunition for it.
Oh yeah.
D&D Beyond.
I'm not sure actually. So we may need to look into that.
And bullets Renaissance.
There we go.
Okay.
Do a +3 musket.
You do not have a +3 musket.
No, it's very fancy musket.
And how many was
So while kind of going around and gathering as much as you could, you have probably 20 rounds.
20 rounds?
Mhm.
All right. You ready, sleepyhead? No? Heads,
Huh?
sleepy heads. You ready?
Yep.
You awake?
What?
You awake? Huh?
Do what now?
I feel great.
Yeah. Mm. You got a little drool going down.
Yeah. And I just slick it in like my hair. Just kind of.
He's the cat, not you.
It's not quite there's something about Mary,
Right.
but like it's getting there.
Yeah.
It's
It's kind of more flock of seagulls kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but just the one side.
Right. Yep.
You know?
It's just on one side, actually.
You got some drool there on your muzzle.
So,
Well, when I make it there, I take out like a napkin.
Oh,
Just dab dab.
Yeah.
You're a barbarian doesn't mean you're barbaric.
Yeah.
That's good. You don't want to get that in your
Oh
hair.
my gosh, someone play a hoity-toity barbarian, please. That would be amazing.
What do you mean there are no salad forks?
What?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, come here. Look at this shelf.
Come here. Come over this here, right here. Now here.
What, you? What?
No. Look at the look. And then most interesting.
Look at it. Can you see? See it.
Yeah, so you hold up like these two books at her.
Walked up behind her. Like you're in the room. I'm walking up behind you. Look at it. See it. See it.
Okay, give them to me.
Well,
So-
there's that. But I was pointing you to the bookshelf. If there's anything here that's interesting to you.
What books? So many books.
I mean, there are words. Yeah.
Okay.
So you walk in with both of the books and then stare at the bookshelf.
Uh-huh.
The bookshelf again doesn't really have a lot of anything particularly interesting. Like you see some things that you're like, okay, that's kind of neat. They have like a little encyclopedia basically. But there's a couple fictional books, but they're ones that you recognize as just basically common things you found across Tasha. Nothing really special to them.
I take one nondescript mass market paperback. Put it in my backpack.
Nice. Now the two books though that you were given, as you thumb through one of them, it's actually a ledger of all of the kind of like basically work orders that were given to Harm from Itash for the Azers.
That's the book, not the black book with the journal, not journal, right?
Right. So that is the journal. That's the
It is
journal,
the
not journal. So
Okay.
it's actually just a ledger of work orders, basically, for Harm to keep track of in terms of the things that the Azers and the Darrow are supposed to be producing for the Tlinkali Goliaths themselves. Basically, arming everything up in terms of what they've done and then what they have yet to make.
Right.
And it looks like they were mostly focused on firearm production currently to get everybody armed up.
Cool.
The other book, not
Words too.
right, not the leather bound one yet.
The
at this
wording.
point.
Just book.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're saving that one for later.
That one is actually a journal.
Journal.
It's, and make
So
a
much gossip.
make an investigation check if
Sorry.
you don't mind.
I'm guessing these are
I'll
written
give it
in,
a
like,
little
undercommon.
They are.
skinny.
Nothing's written in deep speech, Tony.
That stone I found. Is it?
Wait.
at all?
No, we'll get back to that though. I'm just saying no.
No.
What was the roll? 12. So you find in terms of the details of the journal, it starts. The first entry talks about how Harm was basically uplifted out of the Underdark by Itash. And that when he met him, Itash was near death from something that happened. But Itash never said what it was. And as you kind of thumb through it, you're like, what almost killed him? As
Right.
you're just like, what? And there's no detail about it that you can find at least.
Does it say how he saved him or brought him back to health? Sorry,
Yeah,
I know I'm not reading it.
right.
But my bad.
You're fine. The other couple details you find are that the Darrow were the first one that Itash found, and that it was through them and with them that they found the lair that they're currently in. And it was from that volcano that Itash has recovered.
Okay.
You don't find any details in terms of what Itash's plans are, but you find a couple other entries regarding the alliances formed with the Goliaths and the Tlinkali.
The Alliance?
The alliances, yes. Formed with both of them to kind of bring them into Itash's forces.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Goliath. I heard Minotaur in my head. I was
Oh.
like, how did you know? Okay.
And you do see one other note was that Harm was particularly excited about the temporary opening of small portals into the elemental plane of fire and the new gifts they have received because of it.
Okay.
What words you got? Are they good words?
Do they work good? What?
Are they helpful words?
I mean, kind of. So, this is basically Harm's diary. A lot of Tosh fan fiction in here, really. It's just a lot of
I mean, that tracks.
really inappropriate behavior.
That tracks.
Typical power play storyline, you know what I mean? So apparently, Atosh found Harm in the Underdark, and he was like near death. But I can't find out. I can't find anything in here right now, just on first glance, about like what he was dying from. But it was through Atosh that Harm was lifted out of the Underdark with the rest of the Darrow that were here, and they came here, and he recovered using the volcano, and then they opened the portal to the Fire Realm and received some gifts, and Harm was particularly excited about, that. So, I feel like if I had more time to spend with it, I might be able to glean some more information about what might have killed Atosh, but I just don't know if we have time to pour over everything. I'm gonna probably have to read it cover to cover.
Also, in that, sorry, I forgot about this part because I realized I glossed over one of the small details. There was an amulet in that room on the table that you also found.
It's pretty, see?
Batteries.
Arbulator batteries.
I probably should have mentioned this earlier when we were doing the short rest. Did I have time to look at that hammer and find anything else out about it that I totally already forgot about? How long does it take to investigate something?
Identify.
Identify.
A short rest.
Oh, so I had to like use the whole thing to do it. Okay. Neat.
Anything else I need to look at?
I mean, I found this
What's that?
and this.
What's
It's a
So
book with more words.
the amulet has
that?
this beautiful, like deep red. It looks like a ruby in terms of how deep red it is, but you can tell it's not. It's definitely another pyrotine gem, but one that is refined and channeled. The other one is that black,
It's a black book with stuff on it.
with a gold eye, or I'm sorry, orange eye.
You read so good.
Look, I'm not an idiot,
The
but
words.
I don't really know all these other languages you guys know. It's never really needed.
Okay.
I don't know how you guys know all this stuff. It's just weird.
I traveled.
Even you.
Crack open the book.
What?
Weird. You're like,
So
I'm going to
there's
throw
a
up
class
speech.
Oh. Did you try opening the class? Did you try opening it at all?
No.
Class. How'd you get in here? Did you pick lock?
The door was unlocked.
I do from time to time. Yes. I can try.
As you look at it, there's no locking mechanism. There's just a clasp on it.
I cannot.
Oh, I just flip it up.
Okay.
Hold on.
So
I take my lockpick set and I go, click. There.
Wow.
wait, so you open it up?
Fuck. Yes.
Could I have you make a charisma saving throw?
Yep. On it.
I mean, at least you're not terrible at charisma.
23.
23. Okay, cool. I need to look at something real quick.
So I put it in the bag in the first place and didn't do anything else
I
with
thought
it.
she was holding it and you just flipped it open.
She asked me if I could pick locks.
Yeah.
She was holding it, but he's the one who opened the class.
And I picked the lock because I'm a sarcastic asshole.
This
You
is
know,
the amulet that you found. On the
You
desk.
did not
book.
clarify that you wanted me to identify it, not read it.
I
That's a Necronomicon.
I need to send you an IM.
shit.
You just-
I'm
was this
pledged
on
to a dark lord again.
Was this on the desk?
Yes. This was the crazy book that I sent.
You
He
just
is
opened
now
a Necronomicon.
Betosh's manservant.
Hmm.
I don't want it to be out to everybody. Yeah.
AKA, don't tell me on the way home.
You see that for the car ride home.
Sorry, we have to pause for one moment while we handle things. Can you be more specific regarding? Okay.
Angry.
All right. So, with that,
You guys
I
put that in the Discord, right?
Yeah, we did.
okay. So you
To each other.
Yep. So
I
you,
was like-
you do save. What are your resistances?
To right now, if one is active, disease. But I don't know if that's active.
That's fine. I meant like damage resistances.
Fire?
Just fire?
Just fire.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure about that?
okay.
Yep.
So you did save. That's not a D12.
Psychic damage.
I was like, that's a 19 on the dice. That's not right.
It doesn't go that high.
Yeah.
19 comes before 12. Duh.
I
It
mean,
was a-
that's that is right. So I'll go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, it's because it was afraid of
okay.
17.
Okay. So 15, 20,
To be
30.
fair,
So
this is on character.
15 points of necrotic damage. Blast into you.
You should have got the tattoo.
First encounter with
But-
something.
After that happens,
Mhm.
you then hear a voice within your head. Do not do that again. I speak to her now.
Do I recognize this voice?
No.
Do not do that again. I speak to her now?
So, Rin,
Oh yeah.
you hear a voice as you begin to flip through the pages.
Mhm.
Do you wish knowledge? Or do you wish for power? Or both?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
As you look through, you see words you don't understand. It looks like scribble marks everywhere.
I have to do one.
He offered both.
I close the book.
You did take both.
Huh?
I try to close the book.
I said, what? Okay.
I try to close the book and I take it away.
Can you do that?
Well, so you saw him get hit with this like necrotic blast
Right.
as the words then crept into your mind.
Right. Do they sound nice? Are they creepy?
Make an insight check.
Did they have intent?
Natural 20 for 29.
Yeah, if you had to guess, there is definite negative intent within this book.
Nope.
So as you end up run up, you see her just close it and
Nope.
Yep.
Is this the leather book?
That's the book with the orange eye on it.
It's not the leather bound one.
It is leather bound, yes.
Can
What kind of
I
leather?
make
We don't know.
some-
It's burnt, blackened, dyed black, has an orange crystal on it. We're going to forget this book ever existed.
Actually, hold on. Can I make some kind of check or something? Like, is there any like? I'm assuming I'll have to roll an Arcana
It's
to know
people.
if this would work. But can I like encountering an item like this? Is there any way to figure out what it is? Like, if I cast Identify on it, would it tell me what it is? Like,
identify should, yeah.
okay. But given what I know of like this, do I think that casting Identify on it will allow it back into my mind?
You don't know.
Give me that.
No.
Just for a second.
No.
I need to
No.
identify it.
No, you don't.
No, but here's the thing. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna show my work. Okay. We know that something harmed Tosh before he came here. This thing is all fiery and destructy, and it was offering me knowledge. It seems nefarious, but I would like to identify it to be sure.
This may be too much out of character, but knowing what I had dealt with at the very beginning, and knowing the voice, would I know, and knowing that this was Harms, would I be able to put two and two together as to what this could be?
When you said very beginning.
Like my contract in the very beginning.
Ah. Though the elements of a contract are very similar, it is not the same entity, if that's what you're thinking.
I'm not thinking same entity, but thinking along the same line of like a similar.
The vibes are very similar.
Okay.
No role involved since you're well familiar with that kind of
The
situation.
vibes are off. Vibes are off.
Vibe check doesn't pass.
No.
No. No.
Why no?
We just dealt with something like this with me. No.
Ishara? What do you think?
Vibe check doesn't pass.
I think we should toss that book within the little volcano pillar.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, we could sell it.
Give it into the fire.
Yes.
Destroy it. All right. Well, we'll unexpected journey this to Mount Doom.
Hey, we're right here.
Hey, we did it.
Journey's
Just a little
done.
bit further.
Jam, guys, we walked a long way.
Thought this would take longer.
3 books worth.
One does
Weren't
not
you
just
supposed to, like,
walk
take
into the
jewels or
Abrasion
something?
Mountains.
I don't know.
Nah, it's
What?
One does not just
See,
walk
that's
into
cheating.
the Abrasion Mountains.
Yeah, they do. That's what we did.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna
It's,
sit back watching people argue over a book, getting really confused.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
You
a
can.
book.
It's a bad book.
Mm-hmm.
It's a book.
No, it's a bad book.
Books are books. Books are only how you interpret them and what you do with the knowledge.
That is patently untrue.
my experience with books.
I mean,
well,
I know books are supposed to give you a headache, but not that kind.
Yeah. Are you okay? Do you need some touch?
I'm fine.
Okay. All right. Well, next time you find that thing, don't open it. Remind me to identify books that are sealed shut before opening them. Or at very least detect magic.
Sure.
Which I didn't do, actually, before long rest. So.
We don't know what any of this shit does.
So this amulet, it's a deep red pyrotine gem. Is it just like a focus? Like an arcane?
You would have
Maybe.
to identify.
I'll attempt it.
So, casting the spell?
Yeah.
Or. Okay. And then as a ritual?
It's my freebie.
Oh, okay, cool.
I get it as feat I took.
Nice. So, it is a pyrotine amulet. Magical item. You can look it up.
Woo!
oh, actually, if you're identifying things,
Well, it's only one use per spell.
Yeah, I can cast it in the spell slot if I want to. I just
Yeah.
get one freebie.
or a ritual.
Ritual also adds 10 minutes to casting time.
I don't have. I'm not a ritual caster.
Oh, damn. Right, sorcerers. So bold.
I keep forgetting it, and then I remember, and then I'm like, I should.
Rip.
Wait, what level bard are you? Bards might be ritual spellcasters. It might be a specific school though too. I think Lord. It might be Lord.
I haven't picked my thing yet. That's my
How do you know if a class is ritual spellcaster?
It's under the spellcasting like tags. That'll say ritual casting. You can cast any bard spell you know as a ritual if it has the spell. If the spell has a ritual tag. So if identify is a bard spell, which I think it is, you might be able to do that.
Well, at what level do you get?
Just out of the gate. So
Oh.
yeah. So casting time for identify is a minute. So adding 10 minutes to that would give you the ritual ability.
If you want to take 10 minutes, I can do it.
11.
11 minutes, I can do it. Because I can do that now. Thanks, Tony.
No problem.
I want to
I like
identify.
the things
as
you
a-
do.
You wouldn't want to beat me though. Just skipping to that part for the next part of the song.
You're the one and only DM.
Thank you.
I wanted to identify the hand thingies that Harm had on.
So the hand thingies are his spellcasting focus.
There's just a spellcasting focus.
It allows him to channel a connection to the elemental plane of fire that Itachi granted him, but it is not one that can be used freely.
Oh, these are worthless
Mostly,
Okay.
yeah.
Don't they look good?
They do. They look real
Don't worry.
snazzy.
So they're probably worth something.
Trophy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trophy or could be resold. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
Or the gems could be, because it's gems, right?
Yes.
So gems could be repurposed. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
The Pirate's Amulet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just reading for funsies. All right. So through the double doors, where there was some sort of bird screechy on the other side.
I don't think anybody else could use it, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I was a little-
Not yet, I
maybe
can't.
if I get another right that gets fire on my swords, maybe.
But it's a spell
Hierarchy
specifically.
amulet? I want to see what that do.
Okay.
The rights are in spells, so yeah.
I just had to.
I like to think that Ignite has a delay on it, though. So, like, I hit him and they go, and then I just go, and they're like,
For sure.
And it's a flash fry. You're searing them.
yeah.
You're keeping the flavor in, the juices.
It's like when
What?
baby Jack like ignites
Yes.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is worth mentioning, though, it is only one creature.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't want somebody to be like, fireball. Now I have to keep track of how many burn at what point in time. It's gonna suck.
It's a good call on your part.
Thank you.
So yeah, there's a bird screechy thing on the other side of the door. I was exploring while you were knocked out.
There's a what?
I don't know. On the other side of those doors, I heard a bird screech.
Oh, that would be the menagerie then.
Just casual menagerie.
So there will be some fun animals for you guys to play with.
Sure. Sounds
ready?
great. Yeah,
So we keep the swords
Feel-
out, like kind of do the little spin.
feel wonderful.
We don't have anything else that we need to do here, do we?
I don't think so.
Everyone at once. All right.
I don't think so. Oh wait,
No.
there's all that gold and silver.
Do we not? I thought we picked some up.
You did. I thought you grabbed like a handful of each.
I didn't grab any of it.
Oh.
I started ransacking Harmon's body first.
Oh.
I mean, the bag of holding is getting pretty full.
Okay, well, we'll come back for it.
Do we think it's more valuable than the story?
Probably not.
Like I said, we'll come back for it.
By weight, no.
Hmm?
By weight, no.
He's got 75 golden camels.
No. I was like, what? Oh, yeah.
Is there a smelter in here or only
Past
forge?
menagerie.
What?
Is there a smelter in this room or only forges?
Yeah, they're smelters, yeah.
Maybe I'll just smelt that gold down to bars.
That's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Now, I'm talking about later. I'm not trying to work a forge.
Do you
in
know
the
how to do this?
In the immortal words of Vernier, why are we wasting time on that?
Oh.
I did not say to do it now.
There's a
You
pair.
guys have been
Minutes on
arguing over a
game.
book for 20 minutes.
There's a pair of doors
Negative.
waiting for you.
Yeah, let's go. I already have the swords out ready to go.
All right. So,
But stop cutting yourself.
I haven't cut myself yet.
Just every time you pull the swords out, you cut yourself. So it's just
I love that this is like a conversation we're having as well.
yeah, as you're walking towards the doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make the swords go boom.
So I'm gonna ask this because
Yeah.
we could. It's almost 9, right? And what you're about to get into is gonna be another probably combat session.
Yeah.
So we can call it now. Leave a fresh start for the next session. Or we can get into it a little bit and then see what happens.
Can we at least look?
Can we look?
Yeah, sure.
I want to take
We'll
a
do that.
peek.
Just have
Alright,
a peek.
behind the
Open
curtain.
door. Roll
Sure.
initiative.
Like a kid at Christmas.
Go
I
ahead,
just wanna
roll.
peek.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just want to take a little peek, see.
So,
I just want to see the map.
the giant stone doors lie before you. They are solid 10 by 10.
Each.
No, just like together.
Do they have keyholes?
There are no keyholes.
Oh, I can't look through keyholes.
You actually just see like these handles that allow you to open them up, or
Are the handles hot?
you touch. No, they're not.
I'm gonna grab one. I'm gonna open it.
These handles are hot.
Okay.
Is it a pull or a push?
As you push, it gives a little bit, and you pull back. Actually, either way.
Ready? I'm just gonna push it in.
Okay.
Quietly.
Do you do so quietly? I'm gonna say that's a no. All right. So,
He's like a cat. He just looks at you. And
yeah, as you walk outward, let's go ahead and I'll reveal some more parts of the
You
map,
can't
not
help
the
it.
whole thing quite yet.
Yeah.
Let's see. Does the stream have a view? Not quite. Let's go back all the way out. All right. So,
Backing it up.
as you open the doors up, you reveal a T-shaped hallway with paths going to the left and to the right.
We're good. Everything's good.
As the door opens outward and you then kind of walk forward, you see 3 cages to your right. 2 of which have very large creatures inside of them. What appear to be, and unfortunately I don't have the best representations for them, so these are what we're going to work with. In this order, from my side, a very large snapping turtle with what looks like
You said from this way or the other way?
yeah, from my side. A very large snapping turtle.
I was really hoping that was gonna be a giant enemy crab.
However, that would have been good, yeah. Its blackened shell has beneath the in between the creases this glowing magma-like appearance to it, and you can feel a bit of heat coming from the room still. You also see beside it a very large lizard, what looks not unlike one of the subterranean lizards, however, with the same kind of physical appearance. The same darkened black skin, molten cracks beneath it, and just breathing out, where you can see within its jaw what looks like a fiery core to its nature. The third cage is empty. You hear words being shouted as you see. Oh, this one. Here you go. One Darrow walking, almost standing, near the water barrels. These massive barrels in the room. You then finally see, this is the best representation I have, a large, somewhat Naga-like in appearance, World of Warcraft Naga though, where it has a humanoid upper body and this long slithering tail that it slides towards it. Towards the Darrow.
Where? Like here?
Facing the Darrow, yeah. It has a spear and these long, fin-like protrusions coming down its back that have this almost flame-like aesthetic to it. And again, you can see the heat and steam coming off of the creature, as it looks like, as best as you can determine, one of the salamanders you've heard about. As it slides upward, it speaks in a language. Who speaks primordial?
I thought you said you did.
No, I speak deep speech.
Deep speech.
Okay, or specifically Ignan.
Yeah, he speaks vomit tongue.
Okay. In a language you do not understand.
I thought you were just gonna keep comprehend languages up the whole time.
That's a lot of spell slots.
Well,
I know. I'm just.
it says some words to it in a very angered tone, as you can hear that similar bird screeching sound from farther back, echoing in the chamber.
Do you want me to?
I mean, do you think anything positive can come from talking to this thing?
Could I have you all roll a stealth check? Assuming you probably did this as stealthily as you could.
Yes.
24.
May not have been the best.
25.
22.
Okay.
Hey, 21.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That never happens.
as the creature shouts at this small Darrow, which go ahead and roll for it too, yeah. The Darrow appears frightened of it, and almost like wincing back a bit as the creature yells at it, and unfortunately, language you don't understand. It then slides away back out of your line of sight. None of them appear to have taken note of your presence. However, the two creatures that are caged do. But they just kind of roar and snarl, and you see a larger, best representation I got, salamander with multiple arms, 4 of them, instead of the 2 that you saw with the other one. One of which is carrying what looks almost like this strange, like, huge pipe. It's made out of some sort of weird metal alloy that you're not terribly familiar with, and it holds a halberd in its other hand. As it rattles across the cages, it shouts at them in a language you can't understand, but in a very angered manner. You see both of the creatures wince back.
I'm just gonna usher everyone back in and have the door close.
Okay.
So there's 2 giant salamanders. Can we assume there's a third?
Probably.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you
And
want me to
then-
comprehend languages? Do you just drop? I can drop a note.
I mean, do you want to use your spells on that? I know you only get so many of those things a day.
That's the first level.
I don't understand spell casting.
It's a low cost. I typically like to burn through those first, but it's a relatively low cost.
Shara doesn't understand that, does she?
Huh?
Shara doesn't understand that, does she? Is she with us?
She is, but she's always with me.
I don't remember if her form is with us right now or not. Like, it's more out of character.
I don't know, you don't speak that deep.
I don't really hear much beyond you.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what do we... We could probably rush and sneak attack, or what do we want to do here?
We could just go the other way.
Think we could do that without being seen.
I don't know.
That is an option. Then I get worried about having giant, strong salamanders come up behind us, and then we're pinched.
I mean, the biggest point's going to be trying to get them under control before they release what's in the cages.
We'd have to engage them.
You say that like there's not any kind of tricks that would allow somebody to open a cage from a distance.
Like a button or a lever.
Or like a giant, crazy-looking
Or
pipe.
that we would be able to reliably pin them all.
Do we want to try doing what we did last time, getting their attention and having them come after us? And get them as they come through the doors?
I don't feel like that's going to work again.
I could try and go into the Darrow's mind and scare him, but the odds are he's gonna run to Atash, not towards us.
They probably know that there was a Gorgon? Gorgon.
Yeah.
And we could say that it's get out of control and we need help getting under control. And have, because they seem to be the Beastmasters, and they could come in trying to tame it, and then we just ambush them.
When you we say that, you mean someone goes out there and talks to them?
No, you said well, you can't, like...
If I go into his mind, he's gonna think I'm a mind flayer, whatever that is.
And it's not like we can just readily talk to them.
I mean, we could pick up Harm's bloodied corpse and kind of puppet him down the hallway.
Weekend at Bernie's him.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Weekend at Harms.
Yeah.
I mean, as soon as either one of us gets seen, it's kind of jiggies up.
It
'cause-
worked in this one play I saw. That's what.
Weekend at Bernard's.
Yeah, yeah. I could just.
I was just
We
thinking.
could do get help.
Oh, don't like it help.
It's degrading.
I was thinking more of like
Humiliating.
possessing him and making him do it, but I guess you can't do that.
Arm's dead. Help him.
Are you guys gonna stop referencing 80s movies tonight?
That's not an
That
80s
was not an
movie.
80s movie.
Is
Yeah.
it? What
It's
is?
Ragnarok.
It's Thor Ragnarok.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were still on Weekend at Bernie's or whatever it
no.
is.
It's fine. We know you.
Also, T2 was in the 90s, and I don't know if Weekend Bernie's was or not. It's like right around that cusp.
Yeah.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Anyway.
Oh,
Keep up.
Terminator 2 was 91.
That's 90s.
Weekend at Bernie's, I think, was 80s, actually.
That's like me claiming I'm an 80s baby when I was born in 89. Like,
Yeah.
It's not. It doesn't really
I even say I'm a child of the 90s because, like, I was 4 when 1990 started. So, like, really.
That's fair.
Oh, Bernie's was 89.
Good year. Good year.
Overrated.
That was
Yeah,
the,
they gave
fall,
us a lot of good dates.
the fall of the Berlin Wall happened that year.
Fall of the Berlin Wall,
Was
Little
it
Mermaid, Weekend
Yeah.
at Bernie's,
Hmm.
me.
Also me.
Not in that order.
Also, Babe.
Yeah. You guys are higher up in that list.
Yeah.
Fall of the Berlin Wall, U2, Little Mermaid, Weekend at Bernie's. Let's be real.
I mean, Little Mermaid, Fall of the Berlin Wall.
Alright, well, does anyone else have plans?
No. I'm not the plan person.
I feel like.
A natural one.
Huh?
What did you say? A natural woman.
You say
I feel like
every time I say I feel like he's the natural.
So right now, my ideas are either rush him to get the surprise or try and lure him in here. And if you have other ideas, I'm open to hear them.
as dumb as it sounds, rushing them might be the best option. Because I
Like-
doubt, even if we lure them, what are we gonna lure? We're gonna lure Darrow. The Darrow comes here, we kill it. What happens? The other guys see that the Darrow's dead and is not responding, and suddenly, oh no, open the cage.
So sneak as far as we can and then attack.
As best we can, yes.
Do you think those are some critters you can talk to? Dorgiran?
Probably not. I mean,
It's
Do
your
any-
character.
do any of them speak deep speech?
No, I don't.
You have no
can-
idea.
No, you can talk to animals, right?
I mean, if I couldn't talk to the Gorgon, I would assume I can't talk to these things.
It's
They're-
the difference between a beast and an animal.
Yeah.
Listen, all I know is he said he can talk to the little creepy crawlies. And
I mean, to be fair, in your head, that's how it would work.
what?
Like, you don't sweat the small stuff. Like, that would fall into the category of the small stuff, and you just,
What?
like, the difference between, like, a beast,
Oh yeah, no.
Like-
I know.
a
I mean, that's
monstrosity
why-
kind of
that's
thing.
why I
Like,
could
you
use
just,
it to talk to the Gorgon, but
it's got 4 legs.
I couldn't.
Why can't you talk to it?
I mean, I could try to talk to one of the beasties in its head, and no guarantees it will be any more successful than with the Gorgon.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you can try that while we
Get help.
fuck with the salamanders. That 4-armed one looks rough.
Yeah. It do.
They both look rough, but
It all kind of looks rough.
I'm also still willing to bet there's gonna be at least one more
I'm
I think
really
it's
concerned
at
as to
least-
what's that way.
to the left.
Reinforcements, more sallies.
Looking at the floor, does that lead me to believe that would be a cave? Going into, like, rough-hewn?
Yes, as you looked to the southern side, it did look more like a naturally formed cave, like tunnel that basically actually descends downward.
Thought it was a shed. Like it had an awning or
No.
something.
An awning inside.
Yeah.
Context clues.
Inner awning.
All right. Oh, I see what you did there. All right, what are we doing? We I realize there's a joke that I'm always advocating violence, but I'm trying to find other options here.
I appreciate that.
At this point,
Mostly because they don't look fun to play with.
I mean, we can try and sneak up, and I can try and calm them as my first action, so that they don't attack us. Offer them freedom.
I have a feeling that it's not freedom that they want. I have a feeling that we're getting to the more willing area.
No, not the Sallies. The stuff in the cages.
I have a feeling we're getting towards the more willing things.
I don't know. They don't look willing to me. They look terrified. They were pretty terrified.
Not super worried about them.
Oh, they're not what you're worried about?
No, I'm worried about the salamander.
Okay, here I am freaking about unknown creatures plus additional enemies, and you're just like, no big deal.
Well, my thought is that if it follows anything like Bill, that as long as those that control them are up and functional, they are going to be on their side.
Yes.
So it's more of just stopping whoever can control them, whether it be Crazy Arms and his amazing pipe or somebody else around the corner.
What that man said.
Yeah, fine.
But
You kill the pack leader, or you take care of the pack leader, and the pack falls apart.
yeah, we're just honestly gonna have
That's what we're doing with Atash.
Yeah, no,
you can try. I would say as we try to sneak up on them, if we can get to a certain closeness, you can try to break into their heads and scare them.
have to be within 90 feet.
If you want to try to break into their heads and try to scare them, maybe knock them off balance as we rush in or something.
Oh, scare the Darrow or scare the Salamanders?
No, forget the Darrow. I'm not worried about the Darrow.
Scare the salamanders.
I could do that from the door.
I would like to be closer before they freak out. Because if they freak out and their first response is to release what is considered offense,
The hounds.
Okay.
Hmm.
I went to crack it, but yeah, no, also works.
release the hounds.
I always think like Mr. Burns when someone says.
Oh
release.
yeah.
All right.
Oh,
we,
I went.
Release the hound.
we have a plan.
I went to World of Warcraft.
We have a plan.
Um,
Next time.
yeah. You probably don't want us to start this engagement with these salamanders.
You totally can.
You are more than welcome to try. Action Pack Z. Rin is holding her hands up in the air for some random reason. We don't understand. She just keeps yelling.
Oh man. So having seen a bunch of fiery things, I'm going to go frost.
Okay.
Right again.
Is that going to be bright?
No, you ask that every time. And
Only
also,
the
Every
radiant.
time it's a valid question.
Yeah.
It's only the radiant one.
Yeah.
I guess
and
okay.
now I'm real upset about it because that is a very unpleasant roll.
Stop cutting yourself.
Dang.
There's no modifier.
You know what this
Still.
is? This is karma for you. I'm not cutting myself this time.
Well, then they
This
went.
is what happens when you go against your word.
Well,
Should have cut yourself.
It's just a phase.
luckily it doesn't phase me.
God, there's a lot of blood out of that one. You good?
we'll be fine. Oh, let's stab some shit.
Do you need a
Take cakes, eh?
good touch?
No, it's bright light.
Let's save it in case it gets real bad.
That's why I keep asking it. It's
What's real bad to you?
More than this.
I don't know that I understand your real bad thresholds.
If he's on the ground laying there without moving, then he's real bad.
That is real bad that I can heal.
Yeah. Until that point, he will complain that there are missing hit points, and that it is a concern that there are missing hit points.
Also that we aren't there helping him.
Correct.
Yeah.
While he's getting stabbed, even if we're standing next to him, getting stabbed too.
Whoa! Whoa!
He'll complain that I'm not dealing enough damage.
Yeah, we're not good
This
enough.
is taking a real turn.
We're just
the
amping.
roast of Vernier. Oh wait, that's every week.
True.
Don't
mean-
make it so easy.
I didn't say anything this time.
I will say at least it's themed appropriately this week because of the volcano, roasting, fire, but
We love you.
Can we take your own inspiration away?
no, you can't. My inspiration is mine and I will always hold on to it.
We appreciate it. Take it well.
You do.
I'm gonna go stab shit out.
We did nothing but make fun of Tony all last week, so it's you're up
You make
again.
fun of my shit all the time.
So that's just what they do.
Ovaltine.
It's what friends do.
I'm not sorry about that one.
That's fair. Although I didn't also, yeah, I know. Should have gone cross-eyed for it, but whatever.
Oh,
We love you too, Tony.
Thank you.
I feel like you got it. You got us back with the book.
Oh yeah. Well, no, you guys got yourselves back with the book.
And that shit ain't even done yet.
You just really like putting that stuff in your past, though, because you know we're gonna pass with it.
Well, that's the thing. Like it happens every time
yeah,
too.
it does.
Like, okay, I'm gonna set this aside to make sure I don't fuck with it, and then 10 minutes later, we should fuck with that, right?
I'm easily swayed.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No, your dice are. You
True.
just don't care.
True.
Not wrong.
Okay, so are we?
No.
Are
Yes,
we doing
we're
this?
sneaking in
All right.
to get close.
Can we maintain our rolls? Because those were really good.
No.
That's for the Opal
You
team.
guys did do very well, and you snuck in, and you saw that stuff, and now we're starting back over with another sneak.
That's for the Opal team. That's fine.
That's a 21.
Funny man.
21.
You,
No, sorry.
yeah. I didn't do that prior to this.
Sorry,
By the
20,
way.
22. Because
Okay.
it's a 13 plus 9.
No.
Oh, I'm a 14 plus 7.
I'm just bad at math.
Okay,
But I do want to
that's
point it out
you.
that last time I got a 17 and an 18.
So-
This time I got a 13 and a 14.
Why are you double rolling?
Because I have advantage.
How do you have advantage on stealth?
I have elven boots.
Oh.
That's right.
Because I negated the big armor that I no longer have. And I just kept the boots.
He's all right. So,
Boots.
another rotation. The one that you'd seen
Close
before
enough to it.
is no longer in view, but the other one is. So basically, swap out the
Maybe
blue guy
who's-
with the snake guy.
What's he doing?
Elven, you know, they're cool ways
Snake
about
guy you
making
don't
stuff.
see. So you know, the blue guy is looking at the animals.
What do you mean the blue guy?
I
The
didn't
Come on,
one,
fight this
yeah,
guy.
the one that I gave, the
I
first
think we're gonna see
mini
it.
that I gave you.
Yeah,
That
the
was the
cloudy.
swirly one.
The
Yes,
cloud. Okay. So they don't both have
Swirly.
tails. But they-
they both do have tails. Yes.
okay, so the four-armed one is the one we see.
I'm off to
No.
We see two arms.
So
But the four-armed one was the second one.
Yeah, that's fine.
correct. You don't see him.
We see the first one.
Correct.
Oh, okay. That's I thought. There we go. Okay, so
So the one with the clouds is at the animals.
back to us.
Clouds.
Well, I mean the mini.
Okay.
Mini.
Vape niche.
So
Yeah.
the marrow miniature, you know which one that is, huh? The blue one is at the animals.
Okay.
The Darrow.
No, the
Lord Repinar miniature that we used in the big climactic final battle, he's
Fuck
not,
all of
not
those,
seen
where?
right now.
Where's the Darrow?
Darrow still is at the water casks.
Okay. I mean, how? That's not very far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So I could not have been farther away.
Where would you like to be?
My thought is, I am going to. If we're gonna sneak through the door, I'm gonna rush up and try and dispatch the Darrow immediately. There's no door there, so I'm going to assume we're gonna come through here, and then. I don't, how do you want me to do this? I mean,
Let's
I have
rush.
30 movement.
So I need the stealth rolls.
Oh.
So you did
21.
21.
22.
22. He had 21.
16.
Rin? Stealth?
Rin was mentally cataloging her spells and ran into the back of the deer.
Well, the good thing is
Yes.
it is a group roll, so
A 1!
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
so they're able, since everybody else
Like,
rolled
plus
pretty damn well,
It doesn't matter.
makes up the difference. So
It does for ability checks.
Then 5.
well, it is basically in the way that the rolls normally work. I think natural ones, natural 20s are 2 failures, 2 successes in that respect. But we had 3 successes, so you're good.
So, my thought is. I
Take a quick-
Are you out of character in this? I
Um,
hope so.
Before we would have stepped to the, like, I'm just gonna point at the Darrow and then I want to sprint up and like surprise attack, stab him in the back.
I'm gonna grab your.
Us?
I'm gonna
Or-
grab your shoulder for a second. Point to the corner. Look. See what's out there first.
Okay, so stealth isn't invisibility. We have
Correct.
a very finite amount of time.
Correct. Which is why you can take a second to look around the corner to see what's there, because currently we are not in the line of sight of anything but the beasts that were already yelling at us.
Okay, can I? Do I have? Well,
I'm gonna start rolling dice again.
well. So this is out of character. If I'm running my
Still roll
object,
dice again.
swear to God.
Ask your question.
In mid sprint, can I look over and see what's here and see if I want to continue my sprint or not?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, that's
Okay.
swear to God.
You're the guys who are talking strategy as you're making your plays. So,
Well, because I had a plan and then someone would have thrown an idea at the last second.
as you run in,
I'm sorry, I tried to add some logic to what you were
you see
doing.
a second salamander, normal sized, and you hear
Where's the Rapinar?
I don't know where Rapinar is.
Raptor!
I didn't.
Those look fun.
Evidently, I misplaced a miniature. Oh no, that's right. So you hear the screeching sounds of 3 other creatures in the back area of the room, though you do not see them as these metal doors. The 3 that are here, along with a very large set on the far end, are shut. You also see 2 more Darrow walking about the center of the room. They appear to be heading over towards the kind of back area that you're looking over, basically to where your line of sight ends. That's what you see before you.
Okay, I'm just gonna finish and I'm gonna hopefully surprise attack this Darrow in the back.
Sure, yeah. Make an attack roll.
That's a 17 on the dice.
Yeah.
Okay. Surprise. What does surprise do exactly? Does it just give you advantage? Or
Advantage
does
on
it-
the attack
We
rolls.
don't
Yeah.
know. if there
Oh,
was
so but if
explosive.
I'm already have advantage from behind, it doesn't really do anything
Correct.
other than just I guess free
In the
attack.
dining room,
Right.
which we didn't take.
I assume frost doesn't matter.
Not for them.
Hold on. Why am I on inventory? So what is that? 8 plus 6, 14.
Okay. So as you
Uh,
run up and sink one of your weapons into him,
Yeah.
you,
and then,
you catch him by surprise. Is this slashing, piercing?
piercing.
Okay. So the rapier?
No, the short sword.
Short sword. Okay. So you quickly kind of more or less shank him with a short sword, which pierces through him. Now, it's dealt a lot of damage to him, and you catch him by surprise, so you hear him just kind of like breathe very briefly as you strike into him. He's still technically alive.
Can I? And I'll use my offhand, like as my bonus action, real quick. Or I guess I'm already using my action. Might as well stab him again. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. 13 on the dice plus a lot, so
Yep.
over 20. One more. 5 plus 5, 10.
Okay, that's enough. So then, as you run in and you hear him give that one gasp, the second attack that you land slices into him and brings him down.
He essentially just like stabbed and then slit his throat.
Now,
Can I try and pull him back towards the group?
well, while you look outward, though you did that stealthily, the larger one was looking in your direction as you did that.
Hey, stealth is an invisibility.
I'm aware. So this was the ad-lib part. I was fully expecting to be in there. But
Can I have the thing?
So as you run in and
Where
drop
would you like
the one Darrow, like instantly, you look outward and you see the one larger salamander that's carrying this, the massive pipe, and you can actually see in it now that he's facing you, this kind of almost what looks like a core in the back of it that has this large glowing effect to it, almost like there's like some sort of like fiery molten just ore roiling inside at the bottom of it. As he looks outward towards you, you see these intense eyes look at you, as you hear one word get yelled out. Infuse! In common. And that's where we'll stop and pick up at the next game at the start of combat.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
So,
Good boy.
So I'm going to sprint back.
Thanks.
yep.
Hey, thanks.
We'll leave the minis where they're at, and we'll pick up at the next game with the start of combat in the menagerie.
Woo!
Yeah. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. We'll go ahead and actually zoom more so in as we then go out. Funny enough to say. So, thank you everyone for tuning in and watching our show. We'll be back next week with the continuation of this adventure. I don't think anybody have any scheduling concerns? Think we're all good? Okay, cool. So, yeah, we'll be back here picking up with the battle in the menagerie with what strange creatures may be within the cages being let loose upon the party. Or maybe we'll see what happens if they can be remained inside their cages. Kept inside. All right, well, thank you for all tuning in. We'll call it there. And, we'll pick up next week. So, yeah. All right. Night, everyone. Have a good one.
Bye.